At Cowboy Cartel, we're bringing world-class hat shaping instruction straight to you. Our in-person classes are designed for hands-on learning with personalized attention. That's why we limit each class to just 10 students to make sure everyone gets the most out of the experience. Meet Connor, our lead instructor. Before joining Cowboy Cartel, Connor was the lead instructor at American Hat Company and an in-house hat shaper for production hats. Now, he's sharing his expert knowledge with students across the globe. Our next 3-day class is September 23rd through 25th in Houston, Texas. Whether you're a beginner or experienced, you'll learn the skills to shape hats like a pro. Spaces are limited, so book your spot now at cowboycartelgroup.com/school.
So this is your ticket. This is our blueprint for every hat that is made. So this one, it's got a name on it. What's that name say?
That's my name.
There you go. So this is your, what?
1000X.
1000X silverbelly.
No, we're not doing a silverbelly. We're doing a natural.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Hey, so we're back here at American Hat. It's been 2 years since we were here doing a video with you.
Absolutely.
And when we were here last time, I told you I loved the 500X. And you told me you had 1000X in every color.
I do.
And so that kind of sold me on the 1000X, and you said it's the prettiest hat.
Correct.
All right. So how did you guys come up with this hat to make it the prettiest hat? And what makes it so pretty? Because Joby has a 1000X black, and I could tell it across the room. It's just the prettiest black hat I've ever seen.
Yeah, so Keith Maddox is the mastermind behind this hat. So Keith knew quality. He knew what it felt like. He knew what it should look like. This was Keith's idea. And so Keith was the biggest stickler I've ever seen as far as quality, which is really, really good. He taught us
we would have gotten along well.
Yeah, to the final details. He could look at a hat, feel it, and just walk by and go, we need to do this. Okay, well, we'll stop the process. We'll fix that. And he'd come by again.
Before it was finished?
Well, no, even if it was finished.
Okay.
He would walk by and go, guys, I think we can do it better. And so that's what we are always striving to do it better. We always wanted.
Welcome back to Season 3 of Cowboy Cartel Live, every Sunday on Facebook and YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Central. This podcast delves into all things hats, boots, and everything Western related. We're truly grateful for the continued support from American Hat Company and Joby's Hats. American Hat Company, proud to be an American, proud to wear an American. American Hat is the official hat of Cowboy Cartel. And if you're looking for the perfect fit, look no further than Joby's Hats, our official hat shaper. Visit them in Fort Worth, Texas, or check them out online at jobyshats.com. Cowboy Cartel is proud to announce our new online hat shaping school. For more information, check out cowboycartelgroup.com, and don't forget to check out our store while you are there. We have added quite a few new items, and more are on the way. Now let's check in with the boys to see what's been happening this week.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us tonight. As you can tell, it's a little different. If you are one of our members, you have already seen the hat bar and stuff we did last week. Yes. So this is all new, and we're getting bugs worked out. Connor has actually been here for about 8 hours today, testing stuff out. So this is a test, but anyway, welcome back to Cowboy Cartel, the podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Connor.
And I'm Lorena.
And bear with us. We'll get through it. We'll see how it is. What do you think, Connor?
I mean, we've had 8 hours to get ready for this.
Yes.
If we can't do it in 8 hours, we might just have to quit, y'all. This might be the
maybe.
last episode.
Maybe. So anyway, we were pretty excited about everything we got going on here. It looks new from your perspective, but it is completely different. So we're hoping that this goes well and the next one will be better. So we'll get the bugs worked out. I mean, this is probably the biggest change that has ever been made to, I mean, not only the set, but the setup. We've got more cameras.
Everything.
You guys want to see something cool?
You want to see something
Yes.
cool?
Ready?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That?
Yep.
It's magic.
It's not magic. It took a lot of work, and
And we don't know how well it's going to work.
well,
either.
we don't have any idea. I
Look, I'm close now. Hi.
Anyway, so American Hat, Joby's hats are the biggest supporters of it. They've been with us for years now, and without them, we would not be doing this. And we really appreciate their support, their continued support throughout all of this. Obviously, we don't have any logos up yet. We're at green screen.
And as per usual, it seems scripted at this point.
Scripted?
Scripted. Shut up, Joe. It seems scripted at this point, but big thank you to Joby and American Hat, because without either one of them, I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Big thank you to both of those companies.
Product placement?
A little.
A little. Big thank you to Mom for making us cups.
Sister Act Connection, Bowie,
That's
Texas.
right. So they're doing, they did our shirts and a lot of our merch coming up.
You are all decked out in merch and everything, and
Yeah, Connor forgot, he forgot his cup. So
it's at the store. I have been using it. Anyone that's been in the store recently has seen it.
he has been using it. I did say, hey, okay, don't forget it. So we may need to make Connor a
Checklist.
second cup.
Checklist.
A checklist? You want a checklist?
Because that's not the only thing I forgot. You told me to bring something else too, and I forgot it.
Oh, God.
Remind me, because my hat, what hat?
Natural.
Yes, I wanted you guys to see the difference in the 40X natural and the 1000X natural, and how that color changes as you kind of go.
And maybe
Spectrum.
it's me forgetting to bring it, or maybe it's I don't want to bring it and feel like a peasant compared to him. So maybe there's some ulterior motive beyond there.
I wouldn't call you a peasant. You're wearing a 1000X. So just because you wear a 40X, I wore a 40X. Not too. As a matter of fact, I wanted to wear a 40X this week. But yeah, so if you guys were here for the the intro, did kind of sneak in a few minutes of 1000X video that's still in editing. We've been pretty busy. We went to Houston, as you guys know. Some of you guys.
Look at Connor's face.
Some of you guys were here with us last Sunday, and we were we were still moving.
I really feel like we should just skip over Houston.
So
That's a topic for never.
So we were in the vertical last week. And some of you guys have mentioned we're on vertical and horizontal today. So if you notice there's 2 streams, that's because we are dual streaming. We're actually triple streaming.
Once again, trying new things.
We're trying new things. It worked out really well when we were streaming on our way to Houston, and last Sunday when in the vertical, it kind of gets us out there to more people. We're leaving that up. If you want to see us on your TV, go over to the other stream because we are streaming in both right now.
What he said. He's the camera guy. He's the tech guy. I just show up, make stupid jokes.
Anyway, so let us know what you think of the new studio. Leave us a comment, send us an email. Tell us what you think about the setup. Obviously, it's different, and it's something that comes to this stuff, but I get it done. And if you got any ideas how we can make this a little better, let us know. Yes, hi. Connor's been bugging me all week or all day about this. I'm not used to this microphone, and it's the same kind of microphone he's been using this whole time. And I guess I get too far away. So if you can't hear me, I'm sorry.
Hold on. What did you call it earlier? I believe. Hold on. Help me out here, Lenana. What did he call this microphone? The microphone for dummies. Isn't that what he called it?
It's because you and I have that one. Colin.
No, it's just easy.
saying.
It's easier to use, but evidently
Apparently, it's not because you are struggling.
I'm just not used to it.
Right.
We'll get used to it. It's
That's
fine.
what
It's
I'd
fine.
say too. I'd say the same thing. Just operator error. It's cool. Mr. Tech guy can't figure out a
So
simple
you were
microphone.
telling us how Houston was.
Nope. I wasn't. Next topic. Moving on.
Next topic. So obviously we talked about this last week, but
The class was awesome.
The class was awesome.
The class was awesome.
And we learned a lot of stuff from it. And we are, as a matter of fact, I have a meeting with venue tomorrow for our next class. And we talked about this in Wednesday live stream and the Thursday live stream for members only, that it's going to be probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to confirm that with the venue. It's going to be here in Fort Worth. Connor wants only 5 this time.
Well, it's not that I want only 5, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm able to teach and spend a fair amount of time with everyone to make sure everyone is getting the most out of it. Because with a class, it doesn't matter what you're teaching, whether it's hat shaping or anything for that matter. The more people you have, the more people are going to get left behind. Whereas if we only have a few, I can spend as much time as necessary because some people learn faster, some people learn at a slower pace. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to make sure everyone is actually getting something out of it.
Well, I don't think we had any problems. Any of the other ones, especially San Marcos, when we had everybody there. I think everybody did fine, and I think your team was really good with that, and I don't think there was any problem.
I'm learning as I go.
I have a question here.
Okay.
This is actually a super chat. So thank you very much.
Ken?
Carl.
Sorry, I can't see it on the monitor. It's too
Carl
far.
and Don. Remember when I had problems with that name?
Carl and Don.
Carl and Don Hamilton.
Hey, thanks for the super chat.
They ask, hang on, I got the question right here. How do you get a felt hat stiff again?
Well, Connor and I have different opinions. Well, do we not? I think so. There is stiffener in a hat from the factory, from the manufacturer. I have said there wasn't, and I was corrected. Which, great. You know, I admit when I'm wrong, but
Not very happily.
no, not very happily. But you know, that's put in there from the manufacturing process, and getting stiffener back into it is kind of a challenge. Not to mention that it affects the feel of the hat.
Texture,
finish.
correct.
So I don't like to use stiffener on anything except for the crown and on the inside of the crown.
Mhm.
I like to iron them because that's how they get a stiff brim at the factory. And you guys, when the hat, the 1000X video drops, you guys are going to see that, how they plate the hats. It actually shrinks up and becomes very stiff. So I like to iron a hat if at all possible, if it's a decent quality hat. I probably wouldn't go out there and iron a 100X, but a 7X or 10X, no problem. Probably a 20X I would do too.
So that's your thoughts. Mine, so if it is during the week, a slower day where I have more time, I absolutely agree with that. I would like to flatten it out and start over and iron it and do all of those steps in that process. I don't want to use stiffener unless I have to. There is a place and time for it, depending what I'm doing with said hat. But if I'm relatively busy in the store, what I'm going to do, and this has worked time and time again for me, there again, your results may vary, I'll basically soak the hat with steam. Now, I'm not trying to get it where it's just turned into a wet noodle by any means, but I'm going to soak it heavy with steam as if I was going to push the crown out and completely reshape the hat. Then from there, I'm going to go ahead and, you might call it flash dry it. I'm going to put it in front of the fan, turn that fan up as high as I can get it, dry that hat. Because as that hat dries, everything's going to kind of contract and tighten back up. Now, is that, the best way to do it? No, the best way is going to be to iron it and flatten it and plate it that way. But as a quick fix that's going to hold for a good amount of time, once again, depending on how this person treats their hat, I've had very, very good results doing it that way many, many times with everything from a 7X all the way up to a 40X to even some of the higher end hats, 100X and things like that. And that's going all across different brands as well.
Well, look, if it's an American and it's anything 40X and above, at that point, you send it back to the factory and have it remanufactured.
True, but at the same time, even just because it's a little soft doesn't mean it needs to be renovated by any means.
Well, I guess that's, depends on how soft it is. Is it, are you losing shape on a regular basis?
Well, at that point, yes, I agree. But most of the time, it's just wear and tear, maybe, or the hat got wet, so it's a little bit softer than it was. There again, you can just hit it with a good amount of steam, reshape it, and dry it. And it'll tighten back up and be very good for a long period of time, depending on, circumstances, again. But I don't like to send a hat back for renovation unless that's an absolute, last option, because, it's going to take a while. You're not going to get an immediate turnaround on that hat, and you're going to be, hatless for a little while if you don't have a collection like some people do.
This is my job, Connor. I have to have hats.
I've got, 4 felts, I think.
Do you?
I think I've got the 1000. I've got the 40 natural. I've got 20 chocolate, 7X steel. I've got a couple of hats laying around, but that's it. I don't have a whole fleet.
Don't either. Maybe.
You have 2 hat racks full.
Do me a favor and let Anna and
Yes.
fix the monitor real quick.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. So what I was saying about ironing it, and I don't know, your mileage may vary, I guess. You do have to spend some time on it.
Yes.
Because if you iron it, you will have some marks in it. And you probably have to do some finishing on it.
Well, once again, that depends on how you iron it as well.
This is true.
Because a lot of stores, what they're using are the old school cast iron
That's
irons.
true. Yeah.
Those really old school heavy ones. And I'm not going to say people are doing it wrong by any means, but there's a better way.
Right.
And I'll give credit where credit's due. You showed me this, because a good way to do it, or let me rephrase this, the way a lot of people want to do it is they want to heat that head up and just heat the iron up and just push down right then and there. And yeah, that works, but you're going to get water spots. You're going to get iron marks all the way around the brim of that hat or whatever you're trying to do with it. And what you showed me, and I like your way, if it's available and, time consistent. What I'm looking for?
No.
Whatever. Time constraints will allow. How about that? Is that better?
That'll
If
work.
time constraints will allow, you can actually take a steam iron, like what you would use to iron your clothes, and put a towel or a rag over the brim and steam it as you go. And that works very well for heating it up as you go, flattening it out, and letting it dry and kind of plate itself again. That worked well. That works well when it's an option. It's not always an option in a store, especially a high volume store like Joby's. We can't necessarily do that. That's one of those, you're going to be here a little while, or maybe they want to leave the hat and come back at a later time or the next day.
Yeah, I mean, I would think if you're going to that much trouble, it's probably more expensive process too. It's not your standard, reshape or cleaning.
Actually, for us, it is.
Is it for to iron the brim?
If we have to do all that, I mean, it's still, we're not going to charge you any extra just to have to go through all of that process.
I would, because
because you're money hungry.
No, I would, because I think there's a lot more time involved in it. And you know me, I don't do any the easy way.
I want to say the phrase, but
Yeah,
I'm not
me
gonna say
too.
it. I'm gonna.
Me too.
Which price is that?
Half-ass.
Can I say it?
Oh,
What is it? Yeah. Go ahead.
I think
Connors.
Well, I'm,
I
trying to
think
be-
ass is okay.
no,
I
just trying
just
to
said
be
half-ass.
well, half-ass nothing, whole-ass everything.
There you go. That's what I do. I whole-ass everything.
what?
There again, place and time. I'm trying to be respectful of everybody out there in TV land.
We'll just, I mean, I think you can say that on NBC.
Just
I think we're good here.
making sure,
Anyway, we got off on that. But we were talking about the hat shaping school here in Fort Worth. And so we talked to Joby, and we talked to the guys at the hat shaping school, and we got some input back. And so we're looking at, all right, Fort Worth, we're going to start doing it in Fort Worth. We're trying to partner with a local venue where we can hold it there on a regular basis. So all of you guys who are interested, that should be coming in the next day or two. It'll be live on the website. We've already got, I think, 5 on the wait list, so you might have to crank that up. What are you going to do? You're just going to have to work
I'll
faster.
just do as I'm told.
Because we're actually going to...
Dance, monkey, dance.
Right,
Exactly.
Right. But we're looking at taking a field trip on one of those days to a high volume hat store. And there's going to be some interesting stuff going on there. We may hit the stockyards too. So anybody interested in that? Extra hard to get all of the information. So our good buddy Kevin gave us a big pile of tickets. We've got a few here. And if you are local, they are tickets to various concerts at Billy Bob's here in the stockyards. So if you are local, hang out a minute, get your pen and paper ready, because I have a number for you. Oh, I can't read them. You read. Who we got?
We have 2 tickets for Tyler Hubbard, which I know who that is. You don't.
Nope.
Tyler Hubbard, Friday, October 25th.
Mm-hmm.
The Steel Woods, Friday, October 18th.
Mm-hmm.
And then William Beckman, Saturday, October 19th. All at Billy Bob's in the Fort Worth Stockyards.
Okay. So, like I said, Kevin gave us a big stack of tickets for, it all started, what had happened was, I wanted to see the Frontmen Friday, and we did go see them. Supposed to go. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
So Kevin brought me some tickets for the Frontmen. Kevin is a brand ambassador for American Hat Company. He goes to a lot of concerts, and he's got some connections. He's got some connections. So he brought me a stack of tickets to give away to you guys.
And here you are getting on to me for my English, and you're giving people away now.
Yeah. But anyway, so we went and Saw the Frontmen. It was great. A lot of old 90s country songs that Connor would have loved. I did send some video for you. See that.
I haven't looked
But-
at them yet.
But Connor was supposed to show up, and he bailed on us. So, yeah, go ahead. Explain yourself.
Remember what we said about high volume store?
Yes.
You know how we've talked about putting swirls in a grizzly and how that is a time consuming process?
Yeah, I recall that.
Imagine having to do about 3 or 4 of them
Yeah. Okay.
in a row.
In a row. All right. All right. We'll let you off the hook this time.
Trust me, I would have loved to have seen them. That's 3 of my favorite groups from the 90s.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, who are they?
Frontmen, basically the lead singers of Lone Star, Little Texas, and Restless Heart. Why was those names drawing a blank on me? And those are, like I say, 3 of my top bands from the 90s. That's what I grew up listening to. The picture on the visor of my truck is me, my dad, and my brother in Nashville with Lone Star.
Nice.
And I've met them plenty of times. So
Yeah,
I would
and,
love that show.
The funny thing is, when we were in Houston and Connor's truck got broken into, the only thing he cared about was what?
That picture. little backstory behind that. There's a reason that picture. I mean, yeah, that's a picture. It's online. I could reprint it. But that specific one was at my dad's memorial service. It was on the wall that we had. So there's a little bit of sentimental value to that specific photograph and print of it.
Okay.
So there's a reason for it. That's it. Honestly, I don't care. They could have taken the whole truck. If they'd have just left the picture, I'd been fine.
Oh,
Just
no.
leave it laying there next to the pile of glass.
Sure, go for it.
All
I'm
right.
fine with that. Once again, take the truck. I mean, I got insurance. So, I'll pay my deductible and I'll get a nice new truck. You can stop giving me crap for mine.
Well, we went to Billy Bob's very early, and we were there. How long were we there, Lorraine?
About 7 hours. He was rushing me, like, okay, let's go. 5 p.m. we were there.
Well, we wanted a good seat.
Yeah.
They were general admission tickets. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about general admission tickets when they were free. To a good band, and we got great seats because we got there early and sat there and drank for 7 hours. But in that 7 hours, not only did I freeze my butt off, I got to see a lot of interesting things.
Go ahead, do tell. This should be interesting.
Well, were there any people in cowboy hats and shorts, or was it just a bunch of people in shorts?
I think most of them were tourists.
Yeah.
And, they were like, oh, look at that, a concert. So let's just stay.
Right.
Lots of sandals, lots of
sandals,
shorts.
lots of
Not
shorts.
judging.
Yeah. There were a lot of straw cowboy hats. One in particular that you saw that looked like
Like Jesse from Toy Story.
Jesse from Toy Story. Yeah, it had. It was interesting.
I mean, once again, you have to take into consideration Billy Bob's is in the stockyards.
Mhm.
The stockyards is a tourist trap.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a destination. So I mean, a lot of people come to Fort Worth because Cowtown. They want to come. They want to see Western lifestyle. These are a lot of people that. How do I say this without offending people?
Just say it.
Don't necessarily fit in this group, and that's fine. Nobody around here really cares. But you can pretty much spot somebody that doesn't live here, or
I'm going to tell
is
you.
not used to that.
I'm going to tell you some telltale signs.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
So we also saw some people wearing felt. Not very many. It was pretty obvious that they were kind of basic, out of the box, tree-shaped hats. I can't remember. I did see an American straw, but most of them were kind of boxed hats. You can tell. I mean, you can tell from a good ways away a 6X from, kind of a better hat.
Well, So, thing is, in Texas, or especially in our area of Texas, you will not get made fun of for wearing a hat.
No.
You will get made fun of if that is a pre-shaped hat. The only reason I say that is because you can buy a really cheap or low quality, however you want to say that. You can buy a really inexpensive hat in an open crown flat brim.
Yes.
Basically almost the same price you can get a pre-shaped hat.
Exactly.
So that the reason
As a
you'll
matter
get
of
made
fact,
fun of is
6X Open Crown American, although they are not made anymore, you can still find them.
Mhm.
They're
well, even straw. You can get a Twister straw hat for what, $40,
yeah.
$50. So for about the same price you're paying for these pre-shaped out of the box hats, the reason you're going to get made fun of is because you have access to a fair amount of very talented hat shapers across this area.
That's 100% true.
So that's kind of the telltale sign is people just don't know. A lot of people just don't know. They look at the open crown hats and think, I'm not going to wear that. They don't realize they're supposed to be shaped, or
True.
they don't realize the pre-shaped hats are not the same as an open crown.
No, absolutely. You should, if you have any opportunity at all to get a hat custom shaped to you, that's your best bet. Not only is the crown going to be different and better, but the brim itself, it's kind of gonna set you apart from everybody else.
It's
those standard.
It's meant for you. It's custom fit for you.
Another thing that is kind of a tell is a hat with no dip, completely flat. And I say that as this hat I'm wearing has very little dip in it, and I know it's a brand new hat. We kind of worked on it a little bit, so and it was done very fast. So it's kind of a break right now, and it's going to go back in for a tweak.
You're kind of wearing it in.
I am. So dip is one thing, but touching your hat. If you are not used to wearing a hat, people tend to take it off, put it back on, touch it, adjust it. Connor's just autistic, so why he's touching his. But that's kind of one of the things. You can tell somebody is new to wearing hats if they mess with it all.
I mean, most of the time, I'll be honest, I forget I'm wearing one.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a couple things on my hat that that I've noticed that I mess with quite a bit. But most of the time, if it wasn't for seeing it here, I would forget that I'm wearing it. I'm so used to having one on. I mean, like I've said before, from the time I get up in the morning and leave the house, this stays on my head till I go home and get ready for bed. I try not to take it off at all unless I have to. Now, if I'm going to lunch or supper, yeah, the hat comes off. That's non-negotiable.
Well, we said all of that to say this. We have a pile of tickets, and these are some that are coming up pretty soon. So we wanted to give you guys a chance to get these tickets. They're free. We're just going to give them out. If you're local, obviously, if you have plans to come in, are actually going to use them, we want to give them to you. So what are the dates on them again?
Once again, Tyler Hubbard, Friday, October 25th.
So that's a week and a half, or almost 2 weeks.
A little over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. The Steel Woods, Friday, October 18th, which is a week from this coming Friday. Mm-hmm. And then William Beckman, Saturday, October 19th.
Okay. So we'll give you a phone number here in a minute. You can call, and we'll, if you're local, we will put them in the mail to you, and you can enjoy a night out at Billy Bob's. We also have some more coming up in November, and we're going to probably give some more away. But what's our phone number?
The phone number you have to call is 682-231-1975.
Okay. So I guess we'll do if somebody's local, if somebody's calling. If you guys want them, we'll talk to you. So give us a call.
Right now, right? They have to call right now.
You can call now. You can call after the stream if they don't want to be
again.
live.
682-231-1975. That's
you
the
go.
number you have to call.
And Connor has 2 unused tickets to the Frontmen.
They're in the truck.
They're in the truck.
He's not going to let that one go.
Trust me, that would have been a good show for me.
Yeah. All right. So
I have a question, guys.
yeah, what do you got?
Do you guys have a favorite country singer? Ty Cox asked.
I mean, George Strait.
Okay,
I mean-
depends on the.
I've got a lot of George Strait. A lot more than anything else. Clay Walker's coming up in November. I've got tickets to that. I love Clay Walker.
I'd have to say if I'm going for like 90s country, it's gonna be Restless Heart. It's gonna be Restless Heart with conviction, like no doubt there.
There's a lot of good country
Current.
music in the 90s.
I'd say current, and y'all can fight me on this if you want. I don't care. I'll die on this hill.
Okay.
Current favorite, Zach Top, which I'm sure there's plenty of people that are going to agree because, obvious reasons. You don't know who he is. I don't
How about
care.
Post Malone?
You know what? He's good. I'll give him that.
He
Like
is.
I
thought it was
like
good.
some of his stuff that
I
he's
do
done
too.
country and all the duets he's done with all these other artists,
Yep.
which has been awesome to see. But,
Yeah, that one with Morgan Wallen.
but Zach Top, I'm sorry. To me, he's the, no pun intended, he's the top right now for me.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
Joe doesn't listen to a lot of country anymore.
I don't. I mean, I did in the 90s. I still have a.
Man, you're old.
We've established that, Connor.
Yeah, but I like hammering it home every now and then.
I love George Strait. Went with Joby to see George Strait 2 years ago.
What?
You didn't know that?
What?
Yeah, we had a box. A
What?
suite.
Again, Connor, you have to say what again?
You should have it on his face right now. What's the problem?
I think I would have enjoyed that show much more than you.
You're out of your mind. I love George Strait.
You're old, Papaw. Your bedtime's like 9.
Hey, this was when I was still in Austin. I had
Even better. People in Austin don't need to go see George. Come on, give me tickets.
I'll tell you the story. So I had gone to American from Austin, and I had stayed in Bowie for a night or two. I think it was just a night, and I had a meeting at American, and I came back through, and I think I hit Fenolio, and then I stopped at Joby's to see him, and he's like, "Hey, I got extra tickets to George Strait. We got a box. We got a suite." I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, I want to go." So we went to George Strait that night, and
Look at how Connor's looking at you.
and I it was 1 o'clock at 12. It was over at like 12 or like that, and then I had to drive all the way back to Austin, so I didn't get home until like after 3. It was a long day.
Go on, tell me more about your sob story.
It was a great show. Anyway,
I bet
we've
it
got
was.
a.
Someone's calling.
I hear that, so we're gonna put them on.
Yes, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello.
Hey, is this Joe?
Yep. Who's this?
Hey, it's Nick.
Nick.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Good to hear you.
Yeah, it's here.
You are alive.
I am alive, yes.
So
I saw you on some concert tickets there.
yeah. So we're gonna give you your choice of these 3. Are you local?
I'm local, yeah. I live here in Weatherford.
Okay. All right. Oh, Nick. Hey, how are you? I didn't
Yeah,
know it
that's
was
me.
Nick. Nick's a member of the group, and so we got tickets here, buddy. And you take your pick. Which one you want to go to?
Tyler Hubbard, actually.
Tyler Hubbard. All right. Lorena, do you have his address or do
Nick
you need it?
Pierce, we're talking about?
Yeah.
Is it Nick from State Farm?
Yeah, Nick from State Farm.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right, buddy. So We got them.
All right, I appreciate it.
We got them sitting here for you. Shoot us an email with your address, and we'll get them over to you.
Do you know?
All right, cool. I got you.
He knows the email, right?
I think I do. I think I had it in my. What is the email?
info@cowboycartelgroup.com.
Yes.
All right, I'll shoot the email over to you.
All right,
All
sounds
right.
good. Bye.
All right, appreciate it.
Yep. There you go.
Right.
There's one set. Anybody else local?
I'm going to say the number again.
Okay.
You guys need to call 682-231-1975. The number.
You know the significance of our number?
1975.
Yeah.
Was that the year you graduated?
Oh my God. Wow.
Am I wrong?
He's still angry about that George Strait concert.
Am I
huh?
wrong?
You are completely wrong. That was the year I was born, Connor. I'm
No.
old, but I'm not that old.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
I've had
so-
the same phone number for 15 years and hadn't changed. So
well, that's our business number.
So it seems like we have two streams at the same time. One of them is vertical.
Yes.
Another is horizontal. But you can choose actually.
Yes.
You guys want to, just go out and
I don't know how that works.
I just figured it out. You go to notifications
Uh-huh.
and then you'll see one post 41 minutes ago, and then both of them are there. You can choose actually.
Yeah, I
Either
have no idea how that works.
horizontal or vertical. So
So if
There
you're
you go.
watching on your phone and you
Mhm.
want to watch vertical, you can watch vertical. If you were watching on your TV and you want to watch, or if you're on your phone and you want to watch horizontal, you can watch either one, either where, whatever. I don't know.
being a tech guy, you're struggling.
No, man. I don't watch the vertical live streams, and this is new. The only reason I know that we were doing vertical live streams before was because we were doing it from the phone. I don't know anything about it. I spend all of my time working on the technical stuff. We've got a spaghetti mess down here. How do you think that happened? I figured that out.
Okay, Papa.
Okay. You should have seen Connor trying to uncoil microphone cables today.
it gave him anxiety.
Not even that. He was telling me that these colors go together. I hate it here. Yeah, what I said.
I can't help it. They color code microphone cables.
Most things in this world are color coded, which I feel like puts me at a severe disadvantage to life.
Yeah.
You guys want to answer some questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Help us out here.
Okay, let me go back. I had some questions over here.
Uh-huh.
About that, getting the felt stiff again. Someone commented, had Viagra?
Yeah, that'll probably work.
Probably. I think that was Jim Collins, by the way. Let's see. Okay, question on cleaning a natural, light, or dark color cleaner. Stains the hat under dark.
So cleaning a natural,
Uh-huh.
which is reference what Joe's wearing. Cleaning a natural, I wouldn't really use a spray. It's not going to do as much. A spray, the dark spray is meant for a steel, a chocolate, or a black. Basically, as close as you can get to a true dark color. The natural is marketed and sold as a dark color, but it is still a lighter color. I wouldn't use a spray.
Let's get that straight, because Americans color light versus dark versus white is really about the money and what it costs to produce
True.
that.
Yes, it's about the manufacturing cost.
It's not. Yeah, it's not meant to be. This is dark, and this is light.
No.
It's about what it costs to make that hat. It's less money to make a black and a natural than it is to make a silverbelly, because there's more involved in getting that color.
Correct.
And then white is even more money because there's a lot more involved in that too.
And coming from the factory, my background in the factory itself, that's why I still call natural a dark color, even though it's not. But to clean it, I wouldn't use a spray. I would use a sponge, a brush, and some sandpaper. And that's personally how I would clean it. I'd hit it with the brush first, knock everything off, hit it with the sponge, try and scrub it a little bit. And then from there, what I'm going to do is if there's still stuff remaining, I'm going to scuff it lightly with the sandpaper and see if that doesn't bring that out.
Yeah.
That's my way of approaching that.
I agree with that. I mean, I think that's a good way to clean even the light colors.
Absolutely. It's the same process I use for cleaning everything from basically pecan up. And by up, I mean pecan lighter.
I think the dark felt spray is great. It makes a black hat really look good.
Well, that's what it was designed for.
Right. But I don't know. How does it work on the steel too? Because
It works well enough. You don't have to soak the hat by any means, but it does do the same job. Like I said, I don't go any lighter than steel. I'll use it, or for Rodeo King, that would be charcoal, because they have slate, which is a little bit lighter. The charcoal is the darker gray. So steel or charcoal, and then chocolate, black, black cherry, midnight blue, colors like that. The really darker colors, those are gonna be what I'm gonna use the dark spray on. Anything lighter than steel or slate, I'm not gonna touch it with the dark spray.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, read the instructions on that stuff too, because when we met with M&F, they say nobody really reads the instructions.
No. Let me clarify. Men don't.
I was gonna
read
say we're men.
instructions.
We don't read. We don't
Not
read
everyone.
instructions.
Men.
So we've been using it wrong this whole time.
Yeah, and ever since I started using it properly, my results have changed. Go figure.
So it works better, huh?
Who knew?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it
let's
works
try
better when you read instructions.
Big thank you to M&F for hooking us up with a bunch
Absolutely.
of stuff. And, we're hoping to get them in here real soon. I sent them an email. We were having some trouble with our email this week, so I sent them an email. I might have to send them another one because I had to call our website, get it fixed.
Welcome to Cowboy Cartel. We have nothing but technical difficulties year round here.
But I'll tell you why that
No.
is. It's because I overdo everything. We could have got Shopify and probably had less issue and just use a Gmail email account and be all ghetto like that, but I didn't.
You know who else uses Shopify?
Yes.
Shopify.
You know who uses that?
Joby.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's easy. It's easy.
You're calling Joby ghetto?
No.
Man,
I'm
wait till
just
he
saying.
sees this.
I feel so
He
old.
said that, Joby. I didn't say that.
Shut up, Connor.
I hate it here.
I feel so old because I still have a Hotmail account.
Oh, Lord,
Some
you are
kids, some kids don't even know what that is.
old. You are old.
I know.
At least it's not AOL.com.
AOL. Oh, that's even worse. Anyway, guys, let's
That's not
talk boots.
AOL.
She did.
Oh,
Let's
What?
talk boots, shall
talk
we?
boots. Why are we talking boots? Because
What
you can see our boots finally for once.
What boots are y'all wearing tonight?
You know what? I'm not sure I like this camera because then I have to actually put boots on when I'm in my own home instead of just being able to wear
Here,
hey
you
dudes
can
on
see
the stream.
Connor's boots up close, right here.
It's funny because I can look at them right here and I see that they need to be.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
these are working boots. I don't hardly ever clean them unless I have a good reason to. I'm sorry. I know that hurts your little heart, but dude, these things are they were nice boots, but now they're work boots. I mean,
All right, what are they?
these are Anderson Bean horsepowers.
Right.
And they are ostrich, I believe.
Yes, they are ostrich.
And you can see they're showing some signs of wear on the bottom. You guys can't see it.
They're not
but
too
you
bad.
can.
They're not too bad.
Well, there's a
Put
couple.
your
of-
other foot up, and they'll be able to see it.
Yes, let's do gymnastics and flex and
There you
bend.
go.
Anderson Bean horsepower, square toes,
Good boots, though. They're
double
comfortable.
stitched welt.
And if we switch to this camera, what do we have here?
I don't know. Can you see them?
Yes.
So these are better like that. I don't know. These are which camera? Go to that one. No, that one.
You're on camera.
I know, but anyway, these are
Pew.
yeah. These are Lucchese San Antonios. And when I say San Antonio, not the San Antonio model. These are pre-1983 and almost as old as me. They could be as old as me. These are vintage Lucchese's. And and the reason for that is I've got 3 pair at Fenolio right now, 3 pair of Fenolios there.
Being held hostage.
Being held hostage. So no, actually, we've got meetings all week. Tomorrow we are going to the venue, and then we're going to Bowie. We've got to pick up a steamer. Then we're going to Fenolio, pick up some boots probably on Wednesday. I got to call them and figure that out. I've got like the 3 pair there. We need to do a video there. We're trying to get them in here to do a podcast now that we're set up for that. We've got an extra seat over here. We got microphones. Everything's ready. So you guys should be looking forward to a bunch of people coming in here. We've got a new guest scheduled for next week. We'll let you know more about that once the details are lined out.
And I want to say that people have made many positive comments about this set. They like it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Awesome.
guys.
Glad you like it. Like I said, we're trying to do something a little different here and get it. Everything we do, we try to make it just a little bit better. So hopefully this is better.
I'm glad to know the 4 days of moving.
I do feel myself
Paid off.
sliding down in this chair.
What do you think? I've adjusted a couple of times.
Okay. Next time it goes to you, I'll adjust. But yeah, so
I think that's a hint to go to me.
not yet. But yeah, so a lot of my boots are kind of still packed. I wore these to Billy Bob's, and I actually had to drag them out of the bottom of a box. So it is what it is. They're not pretty at the moment, but they are old, and I mean, older than me.
Old boots for an old man.
50-year-old pair of boots, and when I got these, somebody had worn them 3 times and put them in a closet. So, not my favorite toe style. It is a toe, kind of a pointy round toe. And, yeah, not my favorite toe style, but they're a really cool old pair of boots. And I wanted to wear, I wanted to wear some green Fenolios with my green hat this weekend, but, I was told I didn't match.
You what?
I didn't match.
Like I'm
my
any
green.
Said that.
help there.
I got a question, guys.
Yeah.
Is it best to get a hat in person or online?
Absolutely in person. Absolutely. And there's a reason for that is, for example, at Joby's, we do tons and tons of online orders day in, day out. That's all we do during the week mainly. Obviously, we do customer hats as well for those who come in, but mainly what we do is online orders during the week. And while you can be as specific as you want to be, and we can also send you pictures and make sure the hat's absolutely perfect shape-wise, by the time it gets where it's going to your house, to your door, there's some factors that play in. Number one, when it ships out, the shape is absolutely spot on and perfect. And like I say, we will send pictures to confirm that with you. But when they go in a box, they go in a UPS or a FedEx truck, and they travel, they get hot and they warp. So the shape might get messed up traveling. That's issue number one. Issue number two is no one's head is perfectly straight. So while we shape that hat and it might be perfect when it leaves us, you might put it on, and instead of it being dead on, it might be just off just a little bit. It might not even be a whole lot, but just a little bit translates. You can see how just a little bit on my hat throws it off entirely. And that's the big risk you take when buying online, especially in a straw hat. You can't just change the crown and move it over as simple as you can in a felt hat, especially if you do not have a well-trained shaper near you. And if you did, more than likely you wouldn't be ordering it online to begin with.
Well, let's talk about that though, because yes, you might not have a shaper. Buying a hat online is risky, but is it still better than buying a boxed hat?
It absolutely is. It is. But you're likely to end up with the same results, being as it still might be crooked or not centered to your head, which is where it is best, if at all possible, to get it shaped in person, because we will mark it to your head. and we will shape that hat specifically for your head. Meaning, when you put it on, that shape is going to be dead on, straight, crown and brim. There is no question. Whereas, like I say, if we ship it to you, it might be straight, it might be great, or it might be off. And it might be off very little, or it could be off a lot depending on the shape of your head. Because, like I say, no one's head is perfectly straight. It's something you just come to realize as a hat shaper. You know, we tend to mess with our customers. Hey, you know your head's crooked, and people kind of go, huh? You know, some people do take it the wrong way. They get a little offended at it, which, hey, more power to you. But it is what it is. I like to tell people, oh, you must have been dropped on your head as a kid like me. And, you know, some of them will see the humor and go, oh, yeah. And some will go, huh? So, but yes, to circle back, it is better to shape it in person than it is to order it online, if at all possible.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky. You know, we have a lot of great hats available to us and a lot of great hat shapers. So, I mean, if you're in Texas, go somewhere, take a weekend road trip, get a new hat. If you're in Oklahoma, I mean, same thing. Not that far.
I mean, on the weekends, the weekends are when we have our out of state customers. We regularly have customers from out of state coming to see us. Arkansas, Georgia. I've had the other day I had a gentleman, and when I say the other day, Friday, I had a gentleman from Oregon. I had some people from Maine. I mean, people are coming from all over to come see us. Now, obviously, that's not something everyone is able to do, and we do understand that. But, you know, when possible, try and get it shaped in person.
Well, and we're also working to kind of make it better by putting
Hence
on
the training.
these in-person hat shapes. And we're still working on getting a list. So if you want to go to somebody who's taken one of our in-person hat shaping classes, we're going to have that on our website. Lorena has to get that kind of coded in there, and then we're going to have to put the list in there in a separate page. Something. I don't know how we're going to do it. If we do a map or I don't know. We'll look at it. It's coming though, because we've had several people go through the in-person hat shaping school. Some fantastic shape.
Absolutely.
Daniel's in California. Doc, he's over in South Carolina. I mean, there's getting them all over, up in Wisconsin, Washington State. So I mean, we're working on it. We'll get them all listed there for you.
Absolutely.
I have a question, guys.
Yeah.
Levy Holloman says, I've had a shaper try to shape mine a few times, and it never seems to get centered. But he does not mark the center. How should I approach it? Because not being centered bugs me without being rude.
Well, don't let him shape your hat. I mean, if, if the guy, give him one of our business cards. Hey, you guys have an online and in-person hat shaping school. Or just send me an email where he's working at, and I'll give him a call. But we saw this with a hat store in Florida recently. One of our viewers had a problem with the store. They weren't very good. He went back several times, and he ultimately shipped us the hat. Connor shaped it for him, sent it back. I tried to contact those guys. I called them, left a message, and they have not called me back. So,
well, and that's one thing when dealing with hat shapers is if you try and correct one or offer suggestions, they may or may not take it well. They might think you were trying to do the job for them.
Well, we had to. So,
but in that case, if he's not marking center, I wouldn't even know the best way to approach that.
Well, we get,
especially if you've had it shaped a few times with them, and each time it's still coming out off center or crooked. I mean, that's a failure on his part.
It is, and I've seen other shapers who won't mark center.
Some people don't have to. Some people can pull it off very easily. And if that works for you, that's awesome. I'm not calling you out. But as a general rule of thumb, everyone needs to be marking center until they're at a level where they don't have to.
Well, we get this all the time. I've had videos sent from, I'm not even going to name the state, but and I actually contacted the manager of the store and kind of let them know this is what we're seeing. This, we're here to help. We've got online, in-person hatch shaping schools. There's a Western store in, where's it at? St. Louis area. And, they have taken a class, and we talked while we were at market, and I think he's sending or has sent one of his new employees to the online hat shaping school. So there's many options for people who want to learn hat shaping right now. I just think you need to do it. If you think you can learn it by yourself, you can't. I've tried. I've learned by Joby. I've learned by watching many shapers and asking many questions and just getting out there and doing it. And without some kind of guidance, you're probably not going to pick it up or at least get it right.
There's always an easier way.
Yeah.
There is. And the whole point of the school is to teach you the easier ways to get you to a level where you can even work in a high volume store and be just fine.
Right. Let's talk about that other envelope you have. Because
this one here,
we mentioned this on, flip that around.
I know. Building suspense.
Okay. All right. So there was
It's ruined now.
we haven't put this out very many places yet. We're going to start pumping this this week. You guys are going to see more about this. We've been really busy, and we just haven't had time to get it out here. If you were here last week, we were giving away a 100X American felt in a dark color, right? Because I think that's what it says inside.
Correct.
All the rules and ways to enter are on our website, cowboycartelgroup.com/giveaway. And basically what it is, every $5 you spend on our online store gets you one entry for this hat. We are going to draw for this hat not next Sunday, but the following Sunday. So you have 2 weeks to enter and get ready for this, and we're going to draw it, and we're going to send this out to you. And then you'll deal with American. It's a gift certificate.
Correct.
You'll deal with them. You tell them what size you want, what color you want, and they'll take care of you on that. We did 10 straws this summer, and they all went really fast. So they were made pretty fast, and loved them. So that's one way to enter. Another way is to go to the aggearstore.com website and order one of the Ag Gear pieces of apparel. And then use the code CCG15, send us a screenshot or kind of forward us your receipt and one entry for that as well. So, but all that's on the website, cowboycartelgroup.com/giveaway. And about that on.
Again, that's www.cowboycartelgroup.com/giveaway.
I'm running out of stuff here. You got any questions, Lorena?
I like how you say my
Lorena?
Lorena. People were asking when
Yes.
Joby's going to when he's going to open the new store.
I don't know. As soon as he has that open, we're going to do the 200X giveaway with Joby, and we'll probably do that just as a live and
From the store.
From the store, and
So, quick update on the store.
Yeah.
On Joby's new store.
Okay.
It is 100% ready.
Yeah.
They could open the doors at any given time. The one thing that we're waiting on the city of Fort Worth. We're waiting on a change of use permit because the store that it's in, the location it's in, was at one point a grocery store. So now it has to be changed over to a retail location. So that is all that we're waiting on. We're waiting on that one piece of paper from the city of Fort Worth saying, "Hey, you're good to go," and then it's done. I mean, everything in the store is ready. Y'all have seen it.
I've seen it.
Everything
It's
in the
beautiful.
store is ready to go.
Yeah.
We have people, we have merchandise, we have everything ready. We could open the doors right now.
It's
People
full.
come in.
Steamers are there. As a matter of fact, Joby was working on one of my hats at that news.
It's ready. We're just waiting on that one final piece of paperwork.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that change of use could take quite a while. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully they get it any day and they're able to open, but eventually it could take a long time. And that's unfortunate. But if the worst case scenario comes and we can't get open in the next 3-4 weeks, whatever, we will talk to Joby and see about getting him in here, and maybe we'll just do a live and then while he's here. And that'll be something like when we did our straws. We have X likes on the stream, and yeah.
We'll
and the
figure that out.
cool thing about that though is chances are he has the hat in stock. You don't actually have to wait on American to make the hat, so you'll get it a little bit quicker. The 200X, hopefully. He doesn't carry every size, every color 200X, but he's got a lot.
Yeah, we do have a lot of stock, and chances are pretty good that we have it.
So
If we
have
don't, we can get it.
2 hats coming up.
Correct.
Two
We have
hats.
a 100X and a 200X coming up.
The 100X is going to be from American Hat. It will be it's the one that we're giving away right now. We're giving it away in 2 weeks from today, and it is based on $5 per entry from our website. It's on cowboycartelgroup.com/giveaway, and all the rules and everything there for you. Now the 200X from Joby, that'll be a different story. That's a different story. So that's a gift from Joby, and he will be on here, and we will either at his store or here, depending on how things go. Yes, you have a question.
Yes, I just want to mention that Doug Suits is here. He's the
Doug, how
person
you
that
doing?
who posted an unboxing video of one of our
Yes.
straws because he was a winner.
Yeah.
And, he was telling people that Cowboy Cartel exists. We are real. We are as serious as a heart attack.
I didn't know there was any question, but we do appreciate his video.
Yes, we're
It
here.
was pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know there was any question. But some people are skeptical, and that's okay. Okay, and we appreciate the video and the shout out, and we like the video and we reposted. Doug, glad you got your hat. Glad you're enjoying it. It looks great. It's one of my favorites. It's the 7800. So great hat. What else you got?
How hot does it need to get for distortion of my straw hat I store in my truck?
Well, that's going to be based on the leather. So once that leather sweatband kind of starts shrinking up, it's going to distort things.
That's absolutely correct. And that can happen on a 65, 70-degree day.
It can also happen by how much you wear it and sweat in it.
Just think of your hat as a child. Don't leave it in the car.
Exactly. I mean, that's exactly what we say it. You don't want to leave your child in the car.
That's a great point. Yeah. What else you got?
Shrinking a felt 7 3/4 to 7.5. Can it be possible? Any advice?
No.
7
Not
3/4 to 7.5. That's a bunch. So this hat, Connor and I were talking about this. We made this, and you guys are going to see the video. It's coming out. So we made this at American in one day. When I put it on, like all hats that I get, it was a little big. So we taped it, and I wore it, and I sweat in it, and I wore it for an entire week. I haven't really because I've been unpacking this week and just been hanging out in the house. But it is already shrinking up. I put it on the night for the stream earlier, and I'm starting to fit. So I'm almost ready to take the tape out. Usually, it takes me several months for it to shrink up to that amount. But it will shrink up the more you wear it. Two sizes is a lot.
You might be able to shrink up a size if you're lucky with tape and filler.
Usually it's a half. Well, I mean, yes, tape and filler.
But
You can probably get
two sizes. Two sizes. I'm gonna say probably not gonna have very good luck there.
Something else. Oh, you know what? So we had mentioned this in the so our members only live streams. We do several of them. She's going to throw a hat at Connor here, and hopefully we don't knock any lighting down. Toss it to him. He'll I don't know what's going on here, but okay. Yes. So
Because
we're
someone
doing
was asking.
we're doing a lot of videos now that we have kind of the room and the lighting set up and the multiple cameras and everything going on right now. What we're going to be doing for all of our members is we're going to start kind of doing a live version of the videos that I do. So Connor's going to be doing some of them as well. When we record these videos, we're going to go live, so you get to see kind of the behind the scenes of how we do it, and definitely get the information ahead of time. It is not going to be safe for work because I tend to cuss at the camera and lighting and the hat and anything
the people
else
around him.
Anything else that's close to me when I'm doing these videos and I mess up. When Connor messes up, it's just funny, and I think it's great.
Usually I don't, for the most part.
Well.
Shut
yeah.
up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't even. We don't talk about what you're about to talk about. I know what video you're referring to. We don't talk about that one.
There's several. But yes, I know the one you're talking about. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that for members. And the first one will be, like I've said this already. Might have, because I don't have any notes. The first one will be probably Tuesday at 1. Yeah. That's what we're looking at right now, tentatively. So if you're a member, hang out for that. What do you got there, Connor?
It's your wife's hat.
Why does he have this? What's
I
going on
wanted to show my hat because someone was asking if they can see me wearing a hat, but they cannot because I'm just a voice in the show.
Yes. So this is her
So-
hat. She wore this to Billy Bob's with all of her feathers. She loves her feathers.
She's a feather fanatic.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's got a bunch of them on our website. So if you are in need of feathers, we've got all sorts of feathers. Here you go. We got all sorts of feathers on the website. And this is a really good looking hat, and it looks great under this this lighting too. So that's a pretty good representation of what this hat looks like. This is the American 40X Grenadine. It's just a beautiful hat. And I really like the shape of this brim. Not something I would wear, but I think it's really pretty. And it looks good on you too.
Thank you. You can go to my Instagram and see a bunch of pictures there.
Yes. For Instagram and Cowboy Cartel Instagram, maybe is, I don't know. Did we post that? Was it just a story from Billy Bob's? Or is that on your Instagram?
It's on my Instagram.
There you go.
Snapshots by Lore.
There you go. So, thank you, Connor.
They want to know updates on the 1000X hat, which is the one you're wearing.
I am currently wearing this hat. So, updates on the video or updates on the hat itself?
On the video.
Okay. I haven't done anything to it. We got the first 15 minutes done before we went to Houston. And then we immediately got back and started moving. We moved until Monday night?
Monday night was when we
Monday
finished it.
night we finished getting the last of the stuff in here. And then we were unpacking. And so if you're not a member, if you are a member, you know that we chose this location specifically for kind of the layout we have here for shooting podcasts and our hat shaping school, because we have about an 8-foot hat bar, granite hat bar there. And, it kind of worked out for what I wanted. We looked at several, and the key thing was, how can we make this work, what we're doing? So it turned out really well, but unfortunately, I have not had the time to work on the editing. It will be coming this week because, what do you want me to do, Connor? I had to get rid of this stuff. We had 2 live streams last week.
Excuses.
It's coming. So I'll be working on editing this week. Like I said, we have meetings tomorrow and probably Wednesday.
Give them people what they want.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dance, monkey, dance. Make it happen.
I know.
Dance, monkey, dance.
So I will be editing and shooting videos on Tuesday, I think. That's the plan. And then Thursday and Friday as well.
Did we tell them about the tickets? We still got 2 tickets. Tickets.
Read it one more time. Don't let the tickets go to waste because I'm not going to these.
If you guys are local to Fort Worth and you want to go to a concert, which concert, Connor?
What do we got?
The Steel Woods, Friday, October 18th, and William Beckman, Saturday, October 19th.
You can give us a call, and we will get you the tickets over in the mail.
682-231-1975.
Right. And so if we end the stream and nobody is called for these 2 tickets, you can always, if you're shy, you don't want to be on the air with us, you can always send us an email, info@cowboycartelgroup.com. And as soon as these are gone, they're gone. We do have some other tickets available for upcoming concerts at Billy Bob's in November. And we'll start giving those away next week. And hopefully we'll have this all figured out.
Assuming I don't take some of them for myself.
You want some?
I might.
What those?
No, I'm good.
I'm taking the Clay Walker ones, and I get another one I might take, but we still have Jackal. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jackal, another 80s or 90s band.
Not my genre.
Not his genre. Got any more questions? Because I'm out. Like I said, I don't have any show notes. We were working on all of this stuff today. We just we're out here winging it.
Well, this question comes from Biff Wellington.
Biff,
how much should you tip a shaper? All the money you got.
Yeah, all of it. We appreciate that. I mean, it really depends.
Empty your pockets.
Connor can't say this because he's a shaper.
Take it away, Joe.
$20. If it's not $20, you shouldn't be getting your hat shaped by somebody. I think $20 minimum. When I go to do a video and we're talking about the store that we're shooting a video at, and I'm showcasing a shaper, even with all of that, I still tip $20 because
he's never once tipped me.
What?
You are out of your mind. I have absolutely tipped you. I have. I've taken you to dinner. I gave you $500 one day.
You paid me for the work. And that was completely separate. He paid me for a different job.
I have taken you to dinner multiple times. Come on.
We're business partners.
Okay, all right. You're right. Okay.
I offered to tip you once, Connor, and you didn't want to accept it.
Yeah, I don't tip. I don't tip Joby either.
Ay, Dios mío.
But everybody else.
Kind of digging that hole there, sir.
Hey.
No, I agree. $20 is fair, especially if they're putting in the effort to shape it.
Yeah.
Because so thing is that people kind of look at me and they say, well, that didn't take you very long to shape that hat. I'm sorry, you're not paying for the $20
There's a
it
meme
took me
for
to
that, right? Yeah.
It took me to do the job, like that old saying goes, you're paying me for the years of experience and learning that I had to do to be able to do that job quickly.
You couldn't do it yourself, right?
No, and that's the thing is if somebody could do it themselves, they would be. They wouldn't be bringing the hat to you or to me or to whoever in the first place.
Right.
So I feel like $20 is fair at the very least, just because that's, if you're getting a very expensive hat shaped, you want somebody to take care and time and be appreciative.
Well, and look, if they do a horrible job and you got to take it somewhere else, I mean, maybe you don't tip them. If they do a great job, yes.
Yeah, no, that all depends. If you're happy with the service, you should absolutely tip your shaper.
Yeah. And you know,
Trust me, we all appreciate it.
If you think $20 is too much, these guys are not out here making, you know, $200,000 a year. You know, they're some of them, like Cavendish, those guys are making like $8 an hour. Maybe if they've been there a long time, they're making 12. So yeah, they're not making a fortune.
No.
Give them the $20.
We would appreciate it greatly. Support your local shaper.
Yes.
Yes. What else you got?
How hard is it to reshape the crown on a pre-shaped hat, or is it even possible?
Connor is going to tell you it's not possible.
No, I'm not going to say it's not possible. It is possible.
It is.
But I wouldn't recommend it for a lot of people.
So we did this on an episode of our online hat shaping school because this is the kind of thing that some of these guys who are out there need to learn because they're going to do it anyway, right? So Connor showed them how to do it. It is possible. Does it look great? No. I mean, I wish we had the...
It's not recommended just because that's one of those things. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right. There's a lot of pressure and heat and steam involved in making that crown, right? It's a lot different than an open crown. When an open crown is shaped, it is shaped by hand with only hand pressure. There's nothing forcing it down there and cooking it in.
It's not a machine with hundreds of pounds of force.
Right. So the problem is those lines are going to be there forever, and it's going to want to continue to go back to that. So it might not, it's just not the best. Not the best. It can be done.
I would strongly recommend and advise against it. I've done it many times, but I have a lot of experience and know exactly what to do.
Or join our online.
How can you do that? How do they join the school?
I don't know. That's your job, producer. You're supposed to be able to tell them. I think it's exclamation point school or something like that.
That was a rhetorical question.
Well,
okay.
I think it's exclamation point school. Can you type that in? See if that works.
And go to our YouTube channel.
Yes, cowboycartelgroup.com/school. There will be all of the classes for in person, and if you scroll down, there's a little link that takes you to.
There you go.
Hat shaping school.
There's a link. Just have to click on the link, you guys.
I think you're the only one who can see that. I'm not 100% sure on.
Okay, love.
Is it exclamation point school?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Exclamation point school in the chat on YouTube, at least.
And that's how you get the link.
Yep, there you go.
All right.
I don't have anything either. I'm here to answer questions, but it's kind of an informal seat of the pants.
Just wanted to tell you guys that we worked very hard to make this new set, and we're very glad you liked it.
Yeah, yes. We want to show off the hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not done yet. This is, we spent what did we say? We spent 7 or 8 hours here today.
Any update on the gear video?
I haven't done anything with that either. It's one of those. It's in the works. Look, we're here. I've got 3 weeks before the next school, so hopefully we can get the videos out. We've got felts for you guys in the online hat shaping school. We're getting a steamer tomorrow. Oh my God, it's tomorrow.
They can go to our new YouTube channel, Cowboy Cartel Outdoors, and there's a video.
Yeah, it's a very short video.
Yes, but they can watch it.
Yeah, you can check it out there.
It's kind of an intro video to the channel.
The intro was in this video. The intro to this video, to this live stream. I just changed it. I was watching it earlier because it had extra stuff in there, but I figured I'd throw the 1000X stuff in there. It's coming. It's coming. I'm home and I'm working on editing all week that I don't have meetings. Stuff is coming this week. We're going to be on a big push to get content out over the next 3 weeks because we have been so busy and I've got some time. So it's coming. Something's coming this week. Something's coming for sure.
We should come up with merch, t-shirts or patches saying support your local hat shaper.
There you go.
Love that. Yes, adopt a hat shaper today.
See, you tell me to come up with stuff and I can't, but off the cuff I can.
Oh, what camera?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Hang on.
New hats.
New hat, who
Who
this?
dis, yeah. So it's got Cowboy Cartel in our font on the side here, and then our Texas Bandit, kind of a raised embroidery there. This is the only one we currently have, but Connor's mom is working on several new designs, and we are going to have more of those coming. These are limited supply. We're not going to have any more of these because we have changed vendors. And
The limited
Sister Act.
stock.
I keep saying Connor's mom. I should be that right.
Sister Act Connection.
Sister Act Connection
Sister
is
Act
good.
Bowie,
Connection.
Texas.
In Bowie, Texas, is bringing all of our stuff back here to Texas, and so
If you buy one of those,
limited edition
you get, let me see.
because these are the only ones that are going to be made. I know.
How many entries do they get, Joe, if they buy one of those?
What is that? How many?
That's 35.
Are these 35?
Yes.
7 entries.
There you go.
7 entries to
Well,
the
I
giveaway.
think these are 34.
$34.99, so 35.
Are you going to round it up for them?
They are
They're going to get
35
the extra.
already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would be
All right.
nice.
All right. She's nicer than I am.
Doc is here. Hey,
Doc, how you doing, buddy? Hope everything's good. Did he get his hats?
Yes, he did.
Good. Thanks for being here tonight. If you get any more questions,
They want to know how
hour and a half.
we
now.
came up with the Texas Bandit logo. It was all of Joe's inspiration, actually.
Yeah. So our original logo was all in black, and I kind of figured. Remember how I came up with the Texas flag logo over the top of it? I started playing with it. Thinking, how am I going to do this? And then I got it to fit in there, and I watched some videos on how to do it because I am not a graphic designer, and I made it work. And so that's what it is. It is what it is. Actually, I think the logo was reversed, and a good friend of mine said you should turn the logo around because it looks like 2C, Cowboy Cartel.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, it actually the mouth and the hat actually 2C. Not many people notice that, but that's kind of how it started, and then we kind of progressed through there, and I finally got to Texas Bandit, which is my favorite. We still use the black one. We still use the black one. We still use a couple other ones, variations. We don't use them much, but we do. I still like the black one on some
If you go to Cowboy Cartel, the group on Facebook, you can see the old logo
the old logo
with the C for Cowboy and the C for Cartel, and it's right there.
Yeah, and it's actually written in a rope font.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Yeah,
That's a pretty
and
cool poster.
We've got we kind of came up with this new font that we're using now, and so I don't know. It was a progress. It started out kind of. It was what it was. It's kind of like in your basement working. All right,
it's evolved over
throw it
time.
together, and then actually as it is now, I really like it.
Yes. Should we end with one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Can the general public take a tour of the American Hat Company factory?
Absolutely.
Jinx.
Call up there, call up to the factory, schedule a tour.
Yeah.
And show up with your scheduled time, and you can absolutely get a tour of the facility.
Yes. Couple of caveats. They are not open on the weekends, and they're closed every other Friday. So,
And they close at 4:30 every day.
Yeah. They'll probably schedule you in there midday, early or late morning, or midday, something like that. And it's just not going to be on a weekend.
And no, you cannot buy a hat while you're there.
No.
Unfortunately.
No, you can't. But yeah, absolutely can.
It's a very good experience.
Yeah. And if you want to see it, before you go, check out our video. We did a factory tour with Cody Bates. It's on our YouTube channel. And you can get a kind of a brief look at how the tour, not very brief, it's kind of like an hour long.
Well, that's
the video,
about how long
the video itself is an hour.
And a tour usually would take me about an hour to an hour and a half when I'd walk people through, when I would give the tour.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool information, and you're going to see more of that kind of stuff too coming with 1000X video. Actually, more in-depth detail than
More of the process.
yeah. I'm working on it this week, I promise. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us again. We really appreciate you being here. Hope you liked what you see, and stick around. We're going to have a lot more coming.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good evening.
Thanks.
Hang on.
She's new.
Well, we're still alive, y'all.
We're not.
I ended it.
All of them?
I think so.
The vertical too?
Stop recording, right?
Stop recording. Did you end the vertical one as well?
Nope. Yes.
All right.
Hang on. I think so. Yeah.
Facebook too?
Yes.
That sounded more like a question.
I don't know. Come here.